Am I the idiot for kicking my half-brother out when he was handing guests invitations at my wife's funeral? My M39 wife of 6 years passed away from BC 3 weeks ago. It's devastating and I'm barely holding it together. I used to sleep either at the hospital or at my dad and stepmom's house. He's supported me at the time, and I also have a 29-year half-brother. My brother's wedding is in 3 months. When I came from the hospital and sat and cried, he brought up the wedding planning with his mum and talked about the menu and ignored me. He made backhanded comments. I can't imagine this happening to my fiancé, saying I'm not doing enough, constantly comparing me to him and how he would have done more. I stopped going. I'd rather sit alone in an empty house than listen to him. At the funeral, he came with my stepmom. His phone didn't stop ringing. Everyone noticed. Then later, when the guests were sitting inside the house, he kept asking. I walked up to him and asked him. He showed me invitations for his wedding that he was handing out to guests. I was stunned. I asked if he was serious. He said there's some relatives' family that live out of town who came to the funeral and he wanted to do an actual hand delivery from his hand to theirs, saying mailing invitations didn't feel proper. I lashed out at him and he said no one noticed, so it was no big deal, he just wanted. My dad berated him but said that this is how he is, being insensitive. My stepmom said that I shouldn't have kicked him out in front of everyone, her side of the family, and disrespecting the family. Not the idiot. Who in their right mind thinks handing out wedding invitations during a funeral is okay? That's the most insensitive thing I've heard of. And what's wrong with mailing the invitations? I've known many people to send them through the mail and have received them in the mail myself. It's so commonplace. I'm so sorry your own brother did this to you. Not the idiot. Your brother is selfish and unsympathetic, and your wife deserved to have an undisrupted service. I am so sorry for your loss and wish you the best. If anyone embarrassed your family, it was your brother, not you. Since when is a grieving spouse? No one. I bet everyone was keeping quiet. They understood you were the one to be protected and or were confused if the serious breach had. You're okay. I guess you need to hear this. Your stepmom and brother are toxic. I think it's telling you refer to him with the half qualifier instead of a brother with the same parent info. You don't have to call him family at all. Toxic families always go after the one with good boundaries, never the offender. Not the idiot. Am I the idiot for kicking my son out of my house after he cancelled my job interview? Please hear me out first. I'm a single mom, 45, of a 20-year-old son, Chris. Chris is in college. He studies engineering. Being a single mom at a young age was not easy for me. Despite everything I have been through. Despite my own family giving up on me. I made sure my son got the life he deserves. He is my everything. I worked several jobs that were different from each. Recently, Chris moved back in with me because he no longer could pay rent. His next semester is starting soon. And he's been talking to me about the possibility of selling my house and buying a house in the city where he studies, so he will no longer pay rent, and said that it was better to move. I declined for several reasons. 1. Grew up here. My old friends live here. 2. The city is expensive. 3. This home means a lot. Yesterday, I found out that he contacted the company and cancelled my interview and then deleted my email. I use a computer and it's in the office, so he gets access to it. He told me he wanted to check his college website for some reason and I thought nothing of it. That was the night before. I found out yesterday morning that someone cancelled my interview. I was so mad at him for ruining this for me and pressuring me to move, leaving me no choice. I felt as if he was trying to sell the house from under me after he said he found a potential buyer and just wanted to make things go smoothly, and all I have to say is yes. I yelled at him and argued with him, telling him that he was an adult and should manage his own issues. Told him to get a job but not expect me to turn my life upside down for him. He yelled back saying, "Just to clarify, his aunt is my sister. She doesn't have children of her own. And Chris considers her as a second mother to him. She's always defending him no matter the reason. He hasn't left town yet and she wants me to call him." I need to mention that this is not how he is normally. I have no idea what's going on, but he was constantly talking about it and was insisting so much it got me upset and worried, honestly. Not the idiot. He is 20. Legally your house is under your name. He is doing shady things like that around your house, then he is being shady in general. When it comes to family, it is difficult to do anything negative, but he needs to learn about consequences. Make him pay rent, a normal rate, no discount. If he wants internet, then he needs to pay for it. Lock your computer, and if he complains, then give him $10 and tell him to go to a library. Now for the aunt. Tell her that you needed the job, and if they don't listen to both sides, edit. Obligatory largest comment I have. Things to add. A legit roommate agreement that can save your life if he tries to bring up anything legal. Proof of attendance. Oh, I'd one up that and literally look up rent in the city and charge him that, then be like, "Why are you complaining? This is what they charge in the city." Am I the idiot for telling my boyfriend he ruined my birthday? It was my birthday today. I took the day off work and wanted to spend it doing things I wanted to do. I wanted to watch a movie I've been wanting to watch, but my boyfriend doesn't want to. I was going to order lunch from my favorite restaurant that he won't eat at because he doesn't trust places that aren't a chain, and I wanted to just relax. I basically just wanted to do things I wanted without listening to him complain about it. Well, he decided to surprise me by taking the day off too. He took over my whole day. Instead of watching the movie I wanted, he insisted on watching the riots because they are part of our history. When I left the room, he followed me. I said I didn't want to hear about this on my birthday, but he just kept talking about it and trying to make me watch it with him. Then instead of getting the lunch I wanted, he threw a fit and ordered from another place that I don't like. I was angry at that point, and he was acting like he did me this great favor by showing up and doing all this stuff I didn't want to do. I decided I wasn't going to let him ruin anything else, so I ordered dinner from my favorite restaurant. He started talking about dinner, and I said I had already ordered from the restaurant I wanted, and he started fussing at me about how it should be a place we both like. I said, "Oh really, is that why he ordered lunch from a place I don't like and watched things I repeatedly said I didn't want to watch?" He said it wasn't the same thing, and I said it was exactly the same thing, and what he actually meant to say was it should only be things he likes. He tried to make it out like I was being ungrateful that he took the day off and said I should be happy he bothered to take a vacation. I said that I never asked him to take the day off. In fact, I had been looking forward to a day where I could do the things I wanted to do and not the things he wanted to do because we always did what he wanted. I said I wasn't grateful he took the day. He completely ruined my day by making it all about what he wanted to do instead of giving me my own damn birthday to do what I wanted and not what he wanted. My food came shortly after, so I've locked myself in the bedroom to eat and watch my movie, and he's complaining outside my door about how I ruined the whole day. My sister says he's being a controlling idiot, but he seems to think I'm being the idiot here. Edit, to address the questions of why I'm with him. He was my first real serious relationship and I don't know if I really saw the red flags for what they were. At first, I thought he's just assertive. But now I think my sister is right and he's just controlling. In the beginning, it wasn't like this really, but it's definitely got. Not the idiot. Does he always get to do what he wants, even on your birthday? And when you call him out, he acts like a child and plays the victim. Your sister's right. He sounds unbearable. Why do you want to be with a guy who doesn't care about you on your birthday? If this is what he's like today, I can't imagine how bad all the other days are. It sounds like you're resentful at this point too. I'd just like to remind you that there are men out there who are not like this. While it's difficult to see now, you can find someone who treats you better than the bare minimum and takes your feelings and thoughts into account every single day. In my first relationship, I justified a lot more than I should have. But hun, if you find yourself more miserable than happy, maybe it's time to take a step back and re-evaluate the relationship. Sending hugs. Not the idiot. Love yourself enough to leave him. Not the idiot. I had to learn this lesson myself a year ago and I wished I would have broken up with him sooner. Of course, I didn't want to listen to everyone who told me I should leave him because I was in love and he's my first real boyfriend, but I am so much better now.